FBA men and women. So let me break down on how some of these tethered men and women are some of the biggest manipulators, some of the most wicked people that's in the black community. Okay? So this is what I need y'all to understand because I'm a millennial. So a lot of y'all who were born and y'all really didn't know what it was before the internet, y'all don't really see these people clearly. So let me break it down based on pre-internet. So y'all gotta remember, like the ones who grew up like my age, who would be around the millennial age now, between like 35 and 45, they were like their parents were the first ones to come over, right? So mind you, when they're growing up, they didn't have the latest stuff. They wasn't cool. The internet didn't exist to teach them how to do their hair or how to dress or how to have good hygiene. It wasn't there. So a lot of their men and women were left out and locked out of the dating scene because black Americans, our ancestors have been here for generations. So we all had access to money. Even like what you would consider low class, Americans in general, black and white, are still way above what you would see in a poor country, right? So even then, like our people have always been able to have access in the dating market just because of the standards that Americans grew up in general. So back then, black American men and women have always had access to the dating market, even ones who wasn't all put together. Like everybody had access to the dating market. Y'all have to remember, a lot of these foreigners, like foreign born people, they're just really getting money now. And then now they have access to the internet to see how to do their hair, how to smell good, how to look good as a man. They're now getting game, right? Because a lot of these immigrant men and women, their only game was manipulation and lies because they come from poor places, right? So their men are they're very abusive. Their women are abusive too. Like if y'all really think about it, if any of y'all ever dated like a non-FBA black person, I'm pretty sure that's probably one of your worst dating experiences of your life. These people are hella abusive, like emotionally and mentally especially. They're men and women, okay? And that's why they're way worse than FBA men or women. And that's why they're the ones pushing these agendas, because for one, they're the ones who just being able to date who they want to, because they're the ones that's just getting put on. Black Americans have always been put on. We've been able to date whatever race we wanted to. That's them that hasn't been. Okay? That's them. Just if y'all talk to some of these non-FBA men, they are the biggest cheaters because they've never had women. So they're the ones acting brand new, going crazy, sleeping around. And their women know this. If you look at it, a lot of their women try to date FBA men, and a lot of their men try to date FBA women. Why is that? Because FBA people, we really only date each other. And it's always been that way. A lot of their men didn't have like the black American game, because the black American game was based on, okay, our men take care of us and treat us well. And the black American woman game was, we have our standards for our men, and we're not laying down with them and doing all this stuff until they could prove they could provide for us. And the CIA came and they did their little thing on the black community, and that's when a lot of those standards were kind of blurred, right? Like during our moms generation, but like our grandparents generation still was like on a very strict program as far as like no kids out of wedlock, stuff like that. The government had to interfere to start making that type of stuff happen. Okay, so and then after the millennial generation, we start waking up and getting things back together. Like, nah, we're gonna start getting married, and then all these tethers came online spewing their ideologies, but their ideologies aren't the same as ours because they did not grow up the same as us. All right, y'all, tell me what y'all think.